Start with General Jones or you, Glenda.
Yes. I think I probably should come last because we're really responding, and I think that as the various options are described to you, we can say that we are well prepared in all of these options as far as aircraft availability and in most areas as far as ship availability. We've been in touch with forces worldwide, and as you just heard, we've had offer some help from many places. Needless to say, all of the U.S. forces throughout the Pacific and in the Atlantic area have offered their support. But as far as aircraft is concerned and ships are concerned, I think we're equipped and ready for most any of the options that NASA exercises. I think that's all right now.
Well, if you want to, I'll start with a summary of the shift, and then we can go to questions and answers, and the man on my left can perhaps help more than I can with some of the detailed questions you may have in the various areas. Let me start off by saying that we in the business have probably had the longest night we've had in the space program in a while. My team came on duty last night. We were supposed to come on about 10 p.m. and we got to the control center as usual about an hour ahead of time, and some of the men were already there, and the rest of us, I for example, I was in the back room going through the staff support rooms, checking on the status of everything, and we just finished the television show when we found we had a problem. Now, I wasn't on the console, nor did I hear the ground when we exactly had the problem. And let me say that since that time, my team has been primarily concerned with not what happened back there, but what it is we were going to do about it. I'll tell you what I know about what happened, and I probably will only be able to take that so far for you. I'm sure that when we've had time to construct exactly what happened, we'll be able to tell you in more detail what it is we think caused the problem. At about 55 hours and 54 minutes, tank 2, cryogenic oxygen, was fine. Within less than 1 minute, the pressure in that tank had gone to 0. At the same time, fuel cell 3, which was on main bus B, and we have split the buses on this flight. Fuel cell 3 was the only fuel cell on main bus B. Fuel cell 3 went down, and the main bus B went down. We had some restarts on the computer, and they were probably due to the main bus problems. The situation was one then where we had a relatively uncertain situation in that with some of the electrical systems down like that, it's sometimes difficult to determine whether you have instrumentation problems or whether you're having a real problem. However, in this particular case, during the whole course of the action, I think everybody in the control center felt that we had a real problem rather than any kind of an instrumentation problem. The crew reported a loud bang at the time that correlates with the tank pressure going to 0. And they also reported some venting. They could see some things out the left window, and they were getting some rates in the vehicle. Now, the problem with the control system, or the situation with the control system, is that it is split. Some of the thrusters are on main bus A, and some of them are on main bus B. And of course, with losing main bus B, we had some amount of difficulty with control, as you probably recall hearing. One of the other things that happened, which substantiate that something real physical happened, was that the propellant isolation valves on Quad Charlie, we think, closed, which has been known to happen in the past. Started back on Apollo 9 when we did a separation from the Saturn. We noticed that the valves closed. We reopened them with no trouble, but that's another indication that something happened. Now, the area where the cryogenic tanks and the fuel cells are is kind of behind the commander's seat on the left-hand side and down a little bit below what you would call 3 o'clock, perhaps at about 4 o'clock. And the venting and the particles that were being seen out the number 1 window, which again is on that side. So we had pretty concrete evidence that something had happened back in the service